So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast or Sympathy Card. We're going to ask them some questions today. I'm going to start. So what inspired you to start the project, and what does the project name mean?
The project name, I don't really have a meaning for it. I had a long list of names, and that was the one I kind of landed on. I had a couple towards the end where I was like, which of these two, but stuck with that one. And then as far as what it means to me, I guess it's um, just like it's a great way for me to express myself. I mean, this EP specifically that I just put out a couple months ago is really just like kind of like a retelling of the last year in my life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very
Solid.
cool.
All right. So you mentioned the EP. Congrats on that. How do you feel the response to it so far?
Amazing. Really excited about it. I've released music before and I haven't had anything that's gotten so much of a positive response. So it was really cool to see. I get lots of messages like probably daily, just somebody like hitting me up telling me they like it, and it really makes it, I don't know, feel extra worth it. It's really cool.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good to hear.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
That's good.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process?
Yeah. So I write everything, the drums, the guitar, like everything. I did it all myself. Usually I start with like an acoustic guitar and I just try to work it out. That way I get the whole song as fleshed out as I can, just like rhythm, acoustic guitar, and vocals. I have like so many voice memos from like all the steps of like this album, like the lead single, like something I heard at a party. I think I've got like 4 voice memos, like where it's like you can hear it change, like get closer and closer to how it ended up. And then I just kind of I recorded all myself, so I just hopped on Logic,
Okay.
recorded everything. I get the guitars, and then it's probably not the best way to write, but I record just the guitars and I figure the rest out right there. I'm like, all right, what drums would work with this? What might be a cool bass part to put here? But that's kind of how it goes usually.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. So where was your headspace while creating that EP then?
Not in a great place.
Aw.
No, it's just kind of a rough year for me. A lot of big changes, and just kind of learning how to deal with them. I think that's a lot of what the album is about. Is kind of, it's like, I feel like I mean, all the songs I wrote in the last year except for one, which is Seasonal Effect, which I wrote a few years ago. And I was just like, I really like this song, and I'm gonna just squeeze it in there. But I think, I don't know, I feel like most of the songs are kind of like me like it's just like a way to deal with the change, like maybe like a way that I was trying to unsuccessfully deal with the changes I was going through. And yeah, I think each song kind of reflects that, like a new strategy I tried and was like, well, that's not helping.
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's fair.
So what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most on this EP?
When I originally, like, I posted it on the DIY emo subreddit. I know you guys are on there and stuff. I was like, Charmer, Hot Mulligan, I guess.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
And I do think you can hear those. And I definitely got a lot of responses that were like, yeah, this is definitely like, this reminds me of Charmer. And I was like, that's sick. And like the first person I showed one of the songs was like, this sounds like it could be on Pilot or something, the Hot Mulligan album. So I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I guess I did what I wanted.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. It's crazy. So this one should go like super, super fast. I want you to describe this EP in 3 words off the top of your head as fast as you can.
One bad year.
One back. That was fast.
That was
Yeah,
really
that was
fast.
good.
That was
That
the
was really
fastest
good,
we've
though.
ever gotten it.
Yeah.
All right. Typically,
Thank you
Glory
for that.
puts unnecessary pressure on the people, and they're like,
Mhm.
So I appreciate
and they
that.
go for like 5 minutes. Yeah. So thank you
Uh,
for that.
So, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while listening to this EP?
I mean, I hope it's like cathartic in some sense, I guess.
Mhm.
I remember one of the first people that reached out to me when I posted it on Reddit was like, hey, I've been, I just got out of a really long relationship, and I feel like I really need to play something. That's
Oh,
I feel that. It's
Uh,
like that. I mean, so I hope in some way it's cathartic, or I mean, then at the same time, I think like I hope it's fun at the same time too, though. It's not like the drag.
yeah.
I think I
yeah.
pack a lot of energy into the songs at the same time, so
All right, solid.
that's reflected.
So we know you literally like recently just dropped this EP, but are you working on anything new? Another EP, an album, a couple singles, a cover? Like,
You and the
tell me what's up.
covers.
I'm doing well. Okay, so as soon as I like submitted this to get it sent off to like streaming platforms, uh, literally that weekend after, I wrote 2 full new songs, and I was like, man. And then like, so right now I'm sitting there. I've got 4 songs that I'm working on, and then kind of, I don't know. I don't want to put them out yet. I want to
Okay.
kind of wait and maybe get a little bit more going there. In the meantime, I do want to keep doing covers. I think I started doing like I post covers to another Bandcamp page, like my personal one.
Mhm.
I started doing those as like mixing practice, so I could get good enough at mixing to release the EP on my own. So I think I'll keep doing with those for a little bit. I'm working on some other stuff with other people. But then, yeah, I've got 4 songs that are like super fleshed out, just about done, that I'm sitting on, but I think I want to get a couple more. Some of them are just like really, I want to say they're pretty poppy, like in comparison. And I love them, but I kind of want to balance it out a little bit and get something a little less poppy in there too. So once I have those, maybe I'll start thinking about getting ready to release stuff. Oh, and there's on my Bandcamp, if you download it, even if you don't pay anything, it comes with a bonus track, like a B-side.
Oh,
I've posted snippets of it here and there, but I might just go ahead and put that on Spotify soon. I've been thinking,
all right.
I really like this song. I want everybody to hear it.
All
I
right.
just sorry, I dropped something.
All good.
That's too weird. But I think I want to put that up. I just didn't feel like it fit the EP. I like the song. I just didn't think it fit.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you taking cover requests? Because I know Gloria will have one if you do. If you are.
Mm-hmm.
I would love a cover request. I don't have anything picked out next.
Okay, well, there's this song by this really indie band called One Direction. I don't know if you've heard of them before. Yeah, they're like really tiny. They broke up though, sadly. They have this song called Never Enough on their last album. And it would be so good as like any genre that like isn't how they have it already. So if you were to kind of like reimagine that in your own style, that'd be pretty sick.
Because maybe I could do that with one of the songs that I like kind of was roughly thinking about doing was a Taylor Swift song.
Ooh.
So do them together or something.
Oh my God, a mashup?
Mashup or me. I was thinking just a couple songs, but if I could.
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Sick. All right.
If you do it, make sure to send it to us because Gloria will
Please.
literally share it everywhere because she's
I will.
asked every single band that says
Every
they're up to do a
Single
cover,
band.
and not a single one has done it yet. So,
Not yet.
and it's been like at least 2 months she's been pitching it to everyone. It hasn't
Yeah.
worked out yet. So where do you see this project in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I'd like to branch out. One reason I think I've been so like active on it is just because of quarantine. I'm not like a super like, I've never done like big like a performance or anything. Like I'll play in front of friends or stuff, but I kind of want to use this as a vehicle to like kind of push my like comfort zone and do stuff. So I'd like to play shows at some point. I don't have like a super detailed timeline, but I'd love to be able to play some shows and keep putting out music like this and just kind of see where it goes.
All right. Solid. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you. All right. Let's go to death row then. So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
With a drink. Definitely Mexican food.
Hmm.
Don't I go to Filiberto's down the road like way too often. And then there's a place called Torres out here that I go to a lot. So, definitely a burrito, and then I'd probably just get. I'm like a huge caffeine addict, so I'd probably want to go out with a Monster, a Nas.
All right.
All right, solid.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Um, okay, I watched your guys's with Trevor from Sundressed, and I like
Oh,
you went with something not super fantasy because I'm like I don't know a lot of fantasy stuff that I'd love to do. But I feel like it would be really cool to be in Hot Rod, the movie Hot Rod, just to
ooh.
jump. I'd love to see some Andy Samberg do some stunts.
All right.
All right, solid. So, if you watch that interview, you already know what's coming up next. The most important question, the hardest question of them all. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Black?
There
okay,
you go.
That's fair. That's fair. I can respect
Um,
that.
So as Glory said, that is all the questions we have for you today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
I mean, it's my socials, Instagram, Twitter is at Sympathy Card AZ. Stream the EP on Spotify. Put a lot of work into it. And I'm super stoked on it. I feel like a lot of people will be interested if you check it out.
Hell yeah. All right.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Sympathy Card, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.